I'm joined by head men's and women's cross country coach Michael Dunn, previewing the upcoming conference championships this weekend. Coach, just kind of talk me through how the year's been going, some things you've liked, some things maybe you guys have really worked on throughout the year, and just kind of what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, this season, for whatever reason, and they all seem like they go by fast. This one just seems like, I don't know how we're almost at November already. This year, new faces on the team, been both on both sides, and I think the biggest challenge that we faced this year has just been kids banged up. They have been getting through injuries and working through a lot of that stuff from preseason to now, and so we're looking forward to hopefully having a fairly healthy group out there this weekend, and I think that's been the build throughout the season as well, getting healthier and healthier as the season has kind of progressed. So I think we're really looking forward to being able to see these young men and women, both our experienced returnees and kids that are new to the team, having a good weekend for themselves this year.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about maybe kind of pushing through some injuries. To add to it, obviously the elements add a little more to that. Kind of what do you preach mentally to your athletes as they go into a meet like this? It's maybe, I think last year was pretty similar as well, but kind of just different conditions is what you've been running in all year.
Yeah, this is typically is the end of October, early November, where that weather definitely changes, especially in Minnesota. And so, I think throughout the year, there's different challenges that we're trying to work on, all mental toughness related type challenges. So this is really where, you got to buck up a little bit. And there's that mentality that needs to kick in from everybody, that mental toughness that you've been working on through practices, through hardships all year and whatnot. And so everybody that's out there is going to have to work through the exact same challenges when it comes to the environmental challenge that's there. Last year, the wind was a big issue. This year, it was out there today, and we're in the winter garb because we had snow on the entire course. So flagging the course today, and hope is the flags are in good spots. So there's not a lot to do tomorrow before the teams get out there tomorrow. But I think bigger part of it is not letting things that you can't control affect you. I think most programs and sports have to deal with that kind of stuff. Being outside, soccer certainly has to deal with that kind of stuff from time to time, and then spring baseball and softball definitely deal with that too. So I think for us, we just want to make sure that going into it, we're the best version of ourselves that we can be, and we're mentally tapped into the race for sure.
Yeah, and then is there kind of going into obviously conference championships, kind of the pinnacle of the season? Obviously, you have regionals and stuff after that some athletes competed. You guys set goals for meets like this on the men's side, women's side, individually?
Yeah, I think individually, there's definitely place-wise is more important in conference than necessarily times, but you want to be able to peak at this point of the year. So we want to see PRs out there from everybody if we can. We want to see personal bests for their 6K distances for the women and the 8Ks for the men. I think they're all primed and ready to do it. And then placing-wise, we want them to be able to challenge each and every person that's around them. In most meets, we're challenging ourselves with a lot of teams we're competing against, and at this one, it's an entire UMAC meet. So we're out there, and every single body that's around you matters. You want to be able to chase down that jersey in front of you if it's not your own. So I think there's a lot this weekend that when it comes to place wise, being able to see our athletes do individually, I think we've got, like I said before, a group of young men and women that I think can all have their own successes this weekend as well. And they really are excited about looking forward to it. There's probably the first time in a long time that there's maybe five women from 5 different teams that have a shot to win this thing. I think that's pretty cool to be able to have an athlete that has an opportunity to do that. Is exciting, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to kind of who's ready at that time, that day, this Saturday.
Well, good luck this weekend and the rest of the year.
Thanks.